Good afternoon. I'm Shawn Yao, and this is One News Now. The OCTA research group has flagged the rising number of fresh COVID-19 cases in some parts of Central Visayas. Based on the latest data from OCTA, the reproduction rate in Cebu City has increased to 1.37, while the infection rate in Lapu-Lapu City has hit 1.8. This figure refers to the number of people that one known COVID-19 patient can infect. Based on OCTA's latest data, Lapu-Lapu City's reproduction rate is considered very high, while Cebu City's figure is high. Meanwhile, Davao City remains on top of the list of areas outside the NCR with the most number of new cases. And Malacañang has refuted claims that the government was too late in imposing a travel ban on Indonesia. In today's briefing, Palace spokesman Harry Roque said there has been limited entry of travelers from the Southeast Asian country since April. On Wednesday, Indonesia surpassed India in the highest single-day jump in COVID-19 cases at close to 54,000. Health experts have attributed the surge to the more infectious Delta COVID variant.
Meron naman po tayong datos ng mga dumarating na mga pasahero galing sa Indonesia. Well, unang-una po, wala po tayong turismo at wala rin po tayong business visas except for the long-term investors visa na inisyu natin, no?
And the International Labor Organization, or ILO, and the Japanese government have joined forces to help bring back jobs amid the COVID-19 pandemic. Shaila Francisco reports to us live from Makati. To give us more details, Shaila, what does this joint venture have for us?
Shawn, first, workers groups have again asked the government to create an unemployment subsidy and workers' assistance guarantee to address joblessness in the MSME and informal sector. Sentro ng mga nagkakaisa at progresibong manggagawa or Sentro noted that not all affected workers received the subsidies promised by the government. Under the proposal, the groups asked for guarantees equivalent to the prevailing minimum or 10,000 wage or 10,000 per month, wage subsidies and training, among others. Based on the Labor Department's data last May, 45% of the retrenchment and reduction in the workforce is mostly observed in small enterprises. MSMEs account for 99% of registered businesses and provide 60% of total jobs in the country. With this, the International Labor Organization and the Japanese government have launched a project to support MSMEs affected by the pandemic. It aims to make MSME workplaces safer and more productive so businesses can operate safely without returning to strict lockdowns. This includes digitalization, education and training programs, plus the creation of innovation hubs. Backed by a $2.2 million funding from Japan, the one-year project will cover provinces and non-metropolitan regions considered as high risk for COVID-19. Both the Labor and Trade Departments have expressed support for the program. Shawn, the project will run until June 2022 and is seen to benefit at least 20,000 to 30,000 employees. Shawn?
Thanks for that update. That was Shaila Francisco reporting to us live from Makati. We'll have more stories after this quick break. Keep it here. You're still watching One News Now. I'm Sean Yao. More banks are offering low down payment schemes and zero interest rates for repossessed motorcycles. Mobile journalist Pam Vasquez gives us a front seat to the story.
Marshall was laid off as a driver when the logistics company he was working for shut down due to the pandemic. With his back pay, he quickly bought a motorcycle through a bank loan, something he's never done before. But the pandemic has made it easier for ordinary Filipinos to buy repossessed bikes to use as a side hustle.
Yung repo po mas magaan siya sa bulsa kaysa sa brand new. Tapos ang advantage pa ng repo, magamit mo siya kagad kasi may papel na po siya kagad. Hindi like sa brand new po, 1 month or 2 months pa bago lumabas yung papel niya. Yung repo po, kahit iba nakapangalan, may certificate naman po binibigay yung mga company para magamit mo kagad yung repo.
Marshall says he put down only 2,800 pesos for down payment, and his monthly repayment is also 2,800. Banks have been quick to capitalize on this recent demand for motorbikes, driven by Filipinos looking to sideline as delivery riders. For example, City Savings says it's offering fast approvals, low down payments, and 0% interest rates under its Motor program. City Savings says in partnership with Lapu-Lapu, its motor loans program has benefited 35,000 riders in Luzon and Cebu. Meanwhile, BPI has introduced no collateral loans for micro, small, and medium enterprises, or MSMEs, which were hit by the recession.
For those clients that are new to our bank, we will offer loans up to 3 million pesos. And again, keeping in mind that this is targeted towards the SME sector. If the clients have already been existing bank, then generally we'll go further and raise that maybe to about 8 million on a non-collateralized basis.
By taking out the collateral requirement, BPI says it's able to bring in customers who would normally be shy about taking out loans.
The bank is here to support. It's something that we've been offering through the course of last year and this year as well. I think it's not widely recognized, so a lot of SMEs are kind of shy to approach the bank and say, I'd like to borrow money, but I don't have any collateral.
Marshall is still paying off his loan, but he's now making more money than at his previous job. Not to mention his hours are also flexible.
Hawak ko yung time ko para yung sa family ko rin, kung pag kami kailangan sila, isang text lang nila, makakapunta ako sa kanila kung ano yung kailangan nila.
Earlier this year, the Trade Department also banned installment-only purchases for motor vehicles, as dealers often slapped high interest rates on financing schemes. Buyers now have the option to pay in cash or installment, or a combination of both if they have the capacity to do so. I'm Pamela Vasquez, and we are One News.
And here are other stories we're keeping our eyes on. The United Nations warns that a perfect storm is brewing as millions of children have yet to be inoculated against measles and other deadly diseases. The latest report from the UN shows that 23 million children have missed their vaccine shots last year due to the disruption of health services amid the pandemic. This is the highest number of unvaccinated children in a year since more than a decade. Preparations for Saudi Arabia's second downsized Hajj are already in full swing. Only 60,000 fully vaccinated residents will be allowed inside the shrine starting this weekend. The kingdom is seeking to achieve zero virus outbreaks during the 5-day Muslim ritual, just like last year. And social media platform Twitter is saying goodbye to its Fleet feature, which has been likened to Instagram stories. Twitter said that not a lot of users are posting Fleet since the feature was introduced last year. Fleets will be disappearing for good on August 3. Volunteers in Malaysia are distributing thousands of care packages to the needy as residents have started hanging white flags at their doors to call for help. Let's watch this Bloomberg Quick Take.
we have been distributing almost 4,000 capac. For Kembara Kitchen, we are not focusing on the white flag because we have been distributing the capac since MCO1. But we do receive referred cases on the white flag, and we will respond as soon as possible. The advantages is we know who are the needies, and as well as these people able to reach for help. But on the negative side is some people might take advantage, okay, because they know by putting the white flag they will get help.
This was an opportunity to us to actually help more people, and basically why we choose homeless is because they are not able to get their white flag anywhere. Let the government focus on the vaccination and also how to prevent COVID on a better stage, but on helping others, let the people, us like us, help everybody who are actually next to you.
For more updates, visit News 5, The Philippine Star, and Business World online. Visit our website, onenews.ph, for more in-depth analysis. You can also catch One News on the Signal Play app. Register for a free account at www.signalplay.com and stream One News live anytime, anywhere. Masks on, wash hands, and stay safe, Philippines. I'm Sean Yao. We are One News.